The Mitchells are in turmoil as Sharon has to deal with a social worker with bad news while trying to create the perfect Christmas for Phil. Jay is devastated when he learns what Phil has been talking to Billy about. And later, Dot is traumatised as she tries to persuade Phil to fight, but he says he just wants to die. Back home, he places a gift for Sharon under the tree and she catches him as he tries to sneak off. Despite her best efforts, he says he just wants to be alone. Bex confides in Stacey about Shaquille changing his online status to single. She probably tells Martin, who goes on the warpath and goes for the boy at the market. Bex ignores her dad and Stacey at the play rehearsals, but when Shaquille has to kiss Louise, she falls apart in Martin's arms. Whitney invites the family to theirs for Christmas, but Lee worries they can't afford it and tries to take out another loan, but gets a surprise lifeline. Meanwhile, Whitney is fed up with her husband and turns to Mick, who does his best to eke out the truth from his struggling son. Next, we wind up in Weatherfield. Maria turns down Adam's invite to have a romantic dinner. It's the big hair pal, and then begs Aidan to spend the night with her. Next day, she's hungover after spending the night with Adam and falls asleep with the gas on. Luckily, Kurt comes to rescue her and Liam. Later, Aidan wallops Adam after he makes a snide remark about her. Eva's proud of him for defending Maria, if only she knew, while he tells Maria he'll finish with Eva. Later, Johnny sees them kiss and thinks it's a huge mistake. Nick's in a mood when Leanne's upbeat about Peter. Then Simon wants his dad to come to the footy too. Later, she's unimpressed when Nick upstages Peter by getting Simon a drone. Nick apologises to Peter for his behaviour, but then he finds a bros tape hidden by Peter that has a card to the love of my life. Bethany plots to seduce Gary when he takes her and Faye to a gig, and Faye delights in winding her up in front of him about her older man. Gary's angry with Bethany for getting sloshed, and she does a runner. The situation erupts when he tells Sarah she's involved with an older bloke. Finally, we preview Emmerdale. There's another first for the soap when it devotes an episode to dementia sufferer Ashley's perspective as he walks out of hospital in pyjamas, feeling confused. With the aid of cutting-edge camera work and editing, viewers will get to experience life from Ashley's angle, while Doug tries to convince Laurel to put him into full-time care. Gabby thinks Laurel is giving up on Ashley, but her mum is really confused when later in the week she finds someone has put up a Christmas tree at home. Moira and Pete are out drinking and he reminds her about the meeting with the buyer tomorrow, and, hungover, she completely forgets it. She's devastated and Pete comforts her. Before long, they're kissing as Layla walks in. Did she see them? Later, in the pub, the two women exchange words. Moira drives off drunk, mows down Peter, who has rushed to push Jacob out of her way. But Kane takes the blame as Pete is taken to hospital. Suddenly, Jacob collapses too.